I thank the noble Lord, but surely a pause in fighting is not enough. We need a permanent ceasefire now. But very specifically, I'm sure the noble Lord is aware of the awful fate of 6-year-old Hind Rajab, calling for help in the midst of the bodies of her dead relatives, who appears to have died with 2 Red Crescent would-be rescuers. Has the government, or will the government, demand answers from the Israeli government about what happened to Hind and her family and the rescuers? And is the government challenging the Israeli government about the risks to hundreds of thousands of children in Rafah, now in the path of the Israeli offensive? Surely it's time to stop all arms shipments to Israel, as a Dutch court has demanded that that state do, and implement targeted sanctions against members of the Israeli leadership, particularly those calling for new settlements in Gaza and on the West Bank.
The noble lady asked a number of questions there. First of all, the case she raises is completely tragic, and what is happening in Gaza is tragic. We want to see an end to this suffering, an end to this killing. Let me just make this point, that the pause we're calling for, we want to turn into a ceasefire by making sure the conditions are right for getting a stop in the fighting to mean a permanent ceasefire. The way you do that is by fulfilling a number of conditions. You've got to get, in our view, the Hamas leaders out of Gaza. Otherwise, any ceasefire won't last, because the problem will still be there. You've got to dismantle the operation of terrorist attacks. You've got to have a new Palestinian Authority government in place. You've got to give the Palestinian people a political horizon to a better future and a 2-state solution. And crucially, you've got to release all of the hostages and do that very quickly. She asked whether we challenge the Israel government over individual episodes. Yes, we absolutely do. I've done that personally with them over, for instance, a building that was bombed that had UK medics and other charities in, and we'll continue to do that as part of the very important process that we go through to judge whether they are in compliance with international humanitarian law.